as you probably already know, my name is Loreley, and I wanted to start. A lot of people are probably wondering, okay, Loreley, you were a psychotherapist in private practice. What are you doing now? The answer is this old adage that says the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single footstep. And that single footstep for me was recognizing that when I was doing counseling, I could reach people one-on-one. And this public speaking and being out there allows me to reach so many more people. But before I get started, I wanted to let you know the one thing that really has made all the difference in my life, because like anything, you have to learn to crawl before you can walk, before you run. And for me, my crawling was acknowledging that I didn't know it all. As a matter of fact, the more I learned, the more I realized I didn't know. And the things I do know are only because I've had a couple of phenomenal mentors in my life. And without naming names, I can say that there has been an ex-husband that I learned a lot of things from. Some of the lessons, the growing pains, weren't exactly pleasant. I have learned some things from a particular general I worked with. That was a very interesting time, and I did a lot of growing. And one of the most important things, besides my sisters and children, I learned unconditional love from my best friend, who is my mentor, Dr. Lisa Christensen, who has believed in me even when I thought, you know, girl, I don't know about this. I'm a little bit afraid. I'm a little bit nervous. Are you sure? And anytime that I thought, wow, maybe I can't do this, she would remind me, if you think you can, you're right. And Loreley, if you think you can't, you're right. So she believed in me on those days when I didn't believe in myself. And the one wish I have for everybody when you get ready to crawl is that you can have a best friend who's going to believe in you even when nobody else does, including yourself, because we've all been there, that they believe in you, they see the potential, and they encourage you. And I recognize that a friend like that is very rare, and we're not all going to have somebody like Lisa in our life. So one of the things I would like to do is to offer you that unconditional positive regard. I may not exactly understand what you're going through, but let me be the first to tell you I am far from perfect. As a matter of fact, I have so many skeletons in my closet, we would probably have to get a padlock to keep them all in there. But that's okay, because the past, everything I've been through, has created the person who's standing in front of you today. And if you had asked me a couple of years ago, would I ever be doing this, I would probably laugh and say absolutely not. But all of the challenges were not failures, though at the time I might have thought they were failures, because as long as you learn from them, that saying, the difference between a winner and a loser is the winner gets up one more time. So maybe you're feeling down a little bit right now. I know you're a winner. All you've got to do is get up. And if you don't have a positive network in your life, if you don't have a best friend, if you don't have sisters, if you don't have somebody that loves you no matter what, know that this is a place where you can receive that unconditional positive regard. I'm not going to say I understand your problems because I haven't lived through everything, but I do know that we all make mistakes. We judge ourselves harder than anybody else possibly could, and my way of viewing people is coming from a perspective of grace. Nobody's perfect, and our imperfections are what make us unique and make us interesting. So thank you so much for allowing me to be in your